Hello. Hello, everybody. Nice. Let me know if you can. Let me know if you guys can hear me. If anyone joins in the live stream. Nice. Okay. Anyway, since there's no people in the live stream, I'll just say hello. Hello, everybody. I think there's already one person joining. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Hello, everybody. So today we are going to be making a library, but I've already started to make it. So in this video I'm going to be finishing off my library, adding the front of the build, adding the interior, and sorting out the build. Make sure it's perfect and it's perfectly built. I'm going to be making a library. I've already started construction on it. I've already made the sign. I've already made the build, but it's not finished yet. So I'm going to finish it off in this video. So let's do it.
That looks really good. So later on, or right now, we can extend a rope down the stairs across the top of this, like so. And the side of the build is a little bit different. So on the side of the build, we don't have a huge amount of windows. So what I'm going to recommend is you extend a rope of terracotta along the bottom, coming all the way to the back. We'll stick a white concrete on the end. We will extend white concrete upward, a rope of terracotta along the bottom, coming all the way to the back. We'll stick a white concrete on the end.
Sorting out my inventory.
Extend white concrete upwards and join it all the way to the front of the build. So, like this. And actually, on the sides of the build, we do want to have a couple of vertical rows of white concrete, actually, my bad. So on the front and the back, all we've got to do is leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the sixth one, we want to make vertical rows of white concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth one, we want to make vertical row of white concrete. This middle area is going to be a window, so it's kind of like a horseshoe shape. So like this, we'll have a terracotta roll along the outside. This middle area is going to be a window, so it's kind of like a horseshoe shape. So like this, we'll have a terracotta roll along the outside, except for the bottom, and then we'll fill the centre of it in with glass. The windows on the left and right sides will actually have bookshelves against them. So we're just going to fill these in with terracotta, just easy peasy. Now that we've done that, we might as well extend the springboard stairs along the back also, around the edge, and then we've kind of just got to copy what we have on the front. So we'll extend all the terracotta across, add the concrete, and then we've kind of just got to copy what we have on the front. So we'll extend all the terracotta across, add the essentially have bookshelves against them. So we're just going to fill these in with terracotta, just easy peasy. Now that we've done that, we might as well extend the smooth quartz stairs along the back also, around the edge. And then we've kind of just got to copy what we have on the front. So we'll extend all the terracotta across at the white concrete. We will extend more terracotta across at the white concrete. These are in rows of 5, by the way, just in case you've forgotten, but honestly I wasn't even counting. I was just looking straight forwards. We then want to add the white concrete in the middle, along the top. The row along the top allows us to place upside down smooth quartz stairs to connect. And then we have a horizontal row of terracotta just underneath the left and right side. We add a little bit of glass, just like this, and then that looks very good in my opinion. And in doing that, ladies and gentlemen, you have fully completado. That sounds Spanish, but I'm not gonna, don't take my word for it. We have completioned the left side of the library. But I'm also realizing it's not just like the actual building that is like, it's not just the actual building that is symmetrical, there's also a little bit of a grass feature on the outside of this that we can also build. So the grass feature is basically, if we come all the way down to the bottom left hand corner of the library, we want to leave a gap of 2 extending left, so 1, 2, place a smooth quartz slab and extend the slab forwards so that it is 3 rows away from your boundary. If you haven't made the boundary, then you can take a look over there where the entrance is. It is 1 row across from the entrance, or in front of the entrance, I should say. We then want to extend this row 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and then we can start extending backwards. So in terms of where this is on the back, I'm pretty sure that we'll just run it all the way to the back boundary, so where the terracotta is over there, and we want to connect it all the way to the start. And once this is done, this is where the tedium begins. So, we need green terracotta and lime terracotta. It's very simple to do this. We leave a gap of 1 on the front, the back boundary, so where the terracotta is over there, and we want to connect it all the way to the start. And once this is done, this is where the tedium begins. So, we need green terracotta and lime terracotta. It's very simple to do this. We leave a gap of 1 on the front, and then on the, so we're in the front left hand corner of the area here. Move 1 row back, place a square of terracotta, lime terracotta specifically, 2 by 2. Then behind and to the right of this, a 2 by 2 square of green terracotta. And behind this lime, and behind that green, behind that lime, behind that green, behind that lime, behind that green, and you're switching sides the entire time also, so on the left, right, we're going to extend this an additional backwards, there we go, so that so that it's even with the front, and you guys get the idea. So on the left, right, left, right, left, right, almost looks like a zip. Well, the zip, we then want to extend the lime terracotta so they are 3 rows high, and we want to extend the green terracottas so they are 4 or even 5 rows high. We will first of all experiment. Well, let's place it on line first. We will first experiment with 4 rows high, and then we will see if 5 looks better. So that's all the line placed, and we'll just make all of them 4 rows high to start with, and then that way we can just like get a decent look at.
I'll be back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back.
And then we will just extend one of them up, and we'll take a look and see like how. Is that better? Yes or no? So, honestly, it might even make sense for it to end on the line here, but it's okay. So, that is kind of just the side of the library. I actually think that that looks really good. Like, it's not meant to be like insanely detailed or anything. It's just like a cool thing to put to the side of this area. But anyway, so we have added that feature on the left. We will be adding that feature on the right as well. Something else that we have to do also that I might also do time-lapse form is we don't have it on us, but and this also depends on your city as well. Like, I want to integrate this into my city a little bit, so I'm going to add a little path just in front of the library. It's going to be made out of smooth stone because all of my paper is smooth stone, so that's why I use smooth stone for my sideboard. So I want to just have a little bit of a path leading into the library, and I'm wondering how this looks. So just maybe like a little square, and then of course we'll replace the white concrete block. I think that looks pretty good. So yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that, unless I was to also add a couple of rows of smooth stone on the left and right. So that it's because that looks a little bit like it looks like a big jump. So I'll show you what I mean in my mind. I know what I mean in my mind, but I'm not quite sure how to vocalize it. Like, so we have the area that sticks out, extends into the library, and it seems like which do you prefer? I prefer this because it seems gradual. Like it just seems like there's a big chunk of grass here, you know, as opposed to like a slight gradation using some more smooth stone. It doesn't really matter, honestly, at all.
Get into the swing of things. Try Raspberry Stoker, one of 3 new Mentos Circus Fun flavors. Ah, what is that? Fling it. You pick it and fling it. That's out.
But it's, I don't know, it's just personal choice. I think that this is going to be where I keep my library. I don't always do this with builds. I don't always place them where they will go, you know, like ultimately. But I think with the library, this is actually a good space, especially across the school. So I want to make it look right, and yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so all we have to do is apply everything to the right side of the build that we just did to the left side. I am going to show you a quick time lapse of that. If you need further instruction, just refer back to the previous part of the video. I believe in you. So with both sides of our library complete, we now want to focus on the roof, because the outside portion of this build is very almost done. The roof is very simple, so all we literally have to do, and this might also be a time-lapse moment, is we just have to connect the center of the roof together, front to back. So basically just the rows of quartz that we have. So I'm using a mixture of quartz block and smooth quartz slab, and those will just connect together nicely. I'll do half of this and then move on. So as you can see, we have the block, every other block, and then we have these slabs every other block as well. So it's just a back and forth between the two. And we just have to fill the top of the roof in as well. And I'm going to use glass because it's surprisingly dark inside of the library. So, which is kind of cool because it creates like an ambience and a mood. But, you know, realistically, it is a tad bit dark. So we'll just be filling that in with glass. And some of you may also want to opt to add like a ring of smooth quartz slab around the top of the glass as well. I'm not 100% sure if I like that, but let's get that filled in. that means that the entire structure and building of the library is also complete. We don't really have anything else to do outside, except for maybe a couple of choices which we will make later on. So, after completing the roof, we can now head inside. The first thing that you may notice inside of the build is that we don't really have a floor. We're going to take... We can now head inside. The first thing that you may notice inside of the build is that we don't really have a floor. We're going to take care of that in a little second, and we'll be using oak planks for that, but I want to tidy up the front of the build a little bit first. So to add a few rows of oak planks just at the front of the building as we just walk in like this, just so that we've got something to actually walk on. But I want to add inside of the entrance area some terracotta. I actually quite like that the entrance is textured a little bit. It's kind of cool, so I might add some glass behind here. I might even make another sort of curved dome inside here, but it looks a little bit of a mess, I think, with the exposed white concrete. So if we just fill
Hello, Skelly Place.
this in with terracotta,
Let me know if you guys can hear
I
me.
think that it will look a little bit better, and then maybe we could even kind of, like I said, make that sort of dome effect. So we could, but I mean, we could even sort of copy what we have on the outside. I can see that maybe we can just use some smooth quartz, kind of like this. I think that actually looks pretty cool, and we could even extend it an additional row out. Like so. Just make a little bit of a feature. Maybe it can connect to the windows on the left and right. And we could even...
I'll be back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back.
So leave it like that if we wanted to. Then it might not be a bad idea to have some... Actually, no. I think that actually looks really cool. I think that that's fine. I'm considering it might look cool to have a clock on the inside of here as well. So I know that it just sort of makes sense that there would be a clock, maybe just a clock on the inside, that so people don't actually like, so they don't like, so it makes sense that there would be like a clock, maybe just like a clock on the inside, so, you know, so people don't.
So guys, we might have to take my dog to the vets soon. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be today or something. Anyway,
Actually, like, so they don't like lose track of time. I can just use some trapdoors because I'm just kind of like testing this out a little bit, but just like maybe I've got to do this. So maybe just like a clock on the inside, and then that makes kind of like a cool feature. I think that that's pretty cool. I like I like that entrance. I like that. That's nice. So in doing that, ladies and gentlemen, that actually takes care of that problem. On the back here, we kind of have to figure out what we want to do here as well. We could add maybe just like a couple of pillars. Like, I sort of like the shape of the back. I don't need it all to be like smooth. Maybe we just add a couple of pillars at the back here, and of course we would also be adding some oak planks as well, just where the floor would go. I think that looks just fine. So all we have to do from here is just add a floor of oak planks, and I don't think there's any more tidying up to do. I think that we'll just leave it like that. So let's just get the floor filled in with oak planks, and then we can talk about some of the more specific details. Now that we have filled in the floor, we are going to work on some of the details of the build. So, first of all, I think that we will take care of the middle of the library, because it's kind of unique up onto itself, and then the left and right sides are actually just identical to each other. So, to start us off, we are going to grab a material that I think I actually forgot about, which is green glazed terracotta. So, the green glazed terracotta wants to be placed the width of the area between this terracotta here and this terracotta here. We want to leave a gap of 1, and then we want to have the green terracotta. It also wants to be 4 rows long in total, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can just dig this out and we can fill the center in. So just like this is looking pretty good. Then in front of this is kind of like where the help desk or reception, or whatever you might want to call it, begins. So I'm just going to grab some dark oak planks for this, and we want to say these 3 center blocks, leave a gap of 1, and we want to place dark oak planks just opposite them. We then want to place 2 diagonals extending inwards and outwards from the 2 rows, the ends of the row of 3. And then we want to place, we don't have this material on as is, actually, oh yes we do. We want to place then some spruce fence gates extending backwards, and then we kind of just want to copy the shape that we have. So we'll place dark oak planks on the ends, we'll extend it inwards diagonally on both sides, and join it together. Essentially what we have is a circle, and what's important about the circle is the middle of the circle should line up with the windows that we have on the left and right as well, if you can see that. So beyond that, we want to we want to detail the inside of this a little bit. So we will need smooth quartz stairs for this. We will need the bookshelves for this. We will need any stair to. We want to detail the inside of this a little bit. So we will need smooth quartz stairs for this. We will need the bookshelves for this. We will need any stairs will do. So it's kind of up to you. I'm going to use dark prismarine stairs, and I'm going to use spruce trapdoors just to liven it up a little bit. Something that we have in the chest is we will have paintings, and we also need pressure plates as well, but you know, I don't want to go outside. And we're even going to grab a couple of lanterns too. So this is a help desk. It is two-sided, so we'll have a computer on this side, so a backwards facing quartz stairs, and
Robotnik and Knuckles are after ultimate power? Let's turn up the heat.
To save our world.
Hope I'm not too late.
An advertisement for Sonic 2.
Goodbye.
I think we lost him. Ah, we did not lose him.
This year.
That little fox is some crazy stuff.
Only one adventure. Destroy the Hedgehog! Is this hard?
For a guy named Knuckles, you are really bad at punching.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I told you that this would happen.
the same thing on the opposite side, but I'm kind of like making an opposite ender. And I'm going to place bookshelves just in front and or behind the front and back part of the circle. Paintings inside of the computer monitor with some pressure plates to act like a keyboard. You can even use buttons as well, so the buttons would of course be for a mouse, so you can place that on the sides on top of the bookshelf. And we need some seats, so the seats will be placed of course in front of the computer, and I'm just using, so you know, use any variation of a chair that you like, but Prismarine
Oh. I know I keep leaving, guys, but I want to check what my family's doing. Hello guys, alright guys, I'm back, so I'm gonna end the video here, so I'll see you guys tomorrow's stream.